Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Global English Podcast. I'm Mike, and today we're traveling to a beautiful island in the Atlantic Ocean, Madeira, Portugal. Our guest is Inês Ferreira, an architect from Funchal. We'll talk about island life, architecture, food, and traditions. This episode is perfect for B1 learners who want to practice comparatives and travel vocabulary. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's start. Inês, welcome to the podcast. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you, Mike. I'm so happy to be here. It's my first time on a podcast.
That's exciting. So, tell us, where exactly is Madeira? Some people might not know.
Oh, yes. Madeira is a small island in the Atlantic Ocean. It's part of Portugal, but it's actually closer to Africa than to mainland Portugal. We're about 1,000 kilometers from Lisbon.
Wow, that's far. So it feels quite different from the rest of Portugal, right?
Definitely. The climate is warmer and more tropical. We have mountains, green hills, and the ocean everywhere. It's like living in paradise.
That sounds amazing. And you live in Funchal, the capital. What's it like?
Funchal is beautiful. It's not a big city. It's more like a charming town with colorful buildings, old streets, and traditional markets. The city is built on hills, so you see the ocean from almost everywhere.
Oh, I love cities with views. Is it touristy?
Yes, very touristy, especially in summer and during New Year's Eve. People come from all over the world to see our fireworks display. It's one of the biggest in the world.
Really? I had no idea. That must be spectacular.
It is. The whole bay lights up. It's magical. But tourism also means the city is busier than before. Sometimes it's more crowded than we'd like. Haha.
I can imagine. So, you're an architect. How did you choose that profession?
Well, I've always loved buildings and design. Madeira has such unique architecture. Old traditional houses with red roofs, modern hotels, and beautiful churches. I wanted to be part of preserving that.
That's really interesting. Can you describe the traditional architecture of Madeira?
Sure. Traditional houses here are usually white with red tile roofs. They're smaller than modern houses, but very charming. Many have wooden balconies and shutters painted in bright colors: blue, green, yellow. It's very picturesque.
That sounds lovely. And how is that different from modern buildings?
Modern buildings are taller and more minimalist. Many hotels and apartments are made of concrete and glass. They're more functional but less colorful than traditional ones. I think the old architecture has more personality.
I agree. Personality is important. Do you work on both types of projects?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I design new buildings, and sometimes I help restore old houses. Restoration is harder than new construction because you need to keep the original style while making it safe and modern inside.
That sounds like a challenge. Which do you prefer?
Honestly, I prefer restoration. It's more creative, and I feel like I'm protecting our history. Plus, old buildings tell stories.
That's beautiful. Can you tell us about a specific restoration project you worked on?
Oh, yes. Last year, I worked on a 200-year-old house in the old town. The walls were original stone, but the roof was damaged. We replaced the roof tiles with traditional red tiles, and we restored the wooden doors and windows. It was difficult, but very rewarding.
That sounds incredible. How long did it take?
About 8 months. Restoration takes longer than new construction because you have to be very careful. Every detail matters.
I can imagine. And what about churches? Madeira has beautiful churches, right?
Yes. We have many historic churches. The Funchal Cathedral is over 500 years old. It has beautiful carved wood ceilings and tile work. The architecture is a mix of Gothic and Manueline styles. Very Portuguese.
Wow. Do you study those styles in your work?
Absolutely. Understanding historical styles helps me design better. Portuguese architecture has influences from the Age of Discovery. When Portuguese sailors traveled the world, you can see Asian, African, and Brazilian elements in our buildings.
That's fascinating. So Madeira's architecture reflects Portugal's maritime history?
Exactly. Portugal was a great maritime power in the 15th and 16th centuries. Madeira was an important stop for ships traveling to Asia, Africa, and the Americas. That history is visible in our buildings, our culture, even our food.
Speaking of food, let's talk about that. What's special about Madeiran cuisine?
Oh, we have amazing food. One of our most famous dishes is espetada. It's beef on a skewer, cooked over an open fire. We hang it on a special stand with a hook. It's delicious.
That sounds so good. How do you season it?
We use garlic, bay leaves, and sea salt. Very simple but very flavorful. We usually eat it with milho frito, which is fried cornmeal. It's crispy and golden. Better than French fries. Haha.
Haha, that's a bold claim. What else do you eat?
We also have bolo do caco, which is a traditional flatbread. It's made with sweet potato and cooked on a flat stone. We serve it with garlic butter. It's so addictive.
Oh, wow. I love bread with garlic butter. What about seafood?
Seafood is huge here. We have peixe espada preto, black scabbard fish. It looks scary because it's black and has big eyes, but it tastes incredible. We usually fry it with banana.
Wait, fish with banana?
I know it sounds strange, but it's a traditional combination here. The sweetness of the banana balances the fish. You have to try it to understand.
I'll trust you on that. What about lapas? I've heard about those.
Oh yes, lapas are limpets, small shellfish that stick to rocks. We grill them with garlic and butter. They're chewy but tasty. It's typical island food, fresh from the sea.
Everything sounds so fresh. And of course, there's the famous Madeira wine, right?
Yes. Madeira wine is known worldwide. It's a fortified wine, which means we add brandy during fermentation. It makes the wine stronger and sweeter than regular wine.
How is it different from port wine?
Great question. Port comes from northern Portugal near Porto. Madeira wine is made here on the island. Madeira wine is also heated during production, which gives it a unique caramelized flavor. It's richer and more complex than port.
That's interesting. Is it expensive?
It depends. You can find affordable bottles for everyday drinking, but some vintage bottles are very expensive. Some cost thousands of euros. There are bottles from the 1800s that are still good to drink.
No way. Wine from the 1800s?
Yes. Madeira wine ages incredibly well. The heating process makes it almost indestructible. Some collectors have bottles that are over 200 years old.
That's amazing. Do you drink it often?
Not every day, haha. But during special occasions or festivals, yes. We also use it in cooking. For sauces and desserts, it adds a special flavor.
I'd love to try it. Now, you mentioned you love hiking. Tell us about the levadas.
Oh, the levadas are one of my favorite things about Madeira. They're irrigation channels built hundreds of years ago to carry water from the mountains to the farms in the south.
And people hike along them?
Exactly. There are narrow paths next to the levadas. The water flows beside you as you walk. Some trails are easy and flat, others are more challenging with steep sections and tunnels.
Tunnels? That sounds adventurous.
Yes. Some levadas go through mountains, so you walk through dark tunnels. You need a flashlight. It's exciting but a bit scary the first time.
Wow. Which levada is your favorite?
I love Levada do Caldeirão Verde. It's about 13 kilometers long and ends at a beautiful waterfall. The path goes through lush forest with ferns, moss, and wildflowers. It's like walking in a fairy tale.
That sounds magical. How long does it take?
About 4 to 5 hours for the round trip. It's not too difficult, but you need good walking shoes because some parts are slippery. Safety is important.
Good advice. Are there easier levadas for beginners?
Yes. Levada dos Balcões is shorter and easier, only about 3 kilometers. It has amazing views of the mountains and valleys. It's perfect for families or people who don't hike often.
That's good to know. Do you go hiking alone or with friends?
Usually with friends or my sister. It's more fun with company. We bring sandwiches and have a picnic by the Levada. Sometimes we see birds, rabbits, or even wild goats.
That sounds wonderful. Do you take photos during your hikes?
Always. Photography is one of my passions. Madeira has incredible landscapes. Every season looks different. In spring, everything is green and full of flowers. In autumn, the light is softer and golden.
You mentioned you photograph buildings too, right?
Yes, I love photographing old doors and windows. Traditional houses have such beautiful details: carved wood, decorative tiles, colorful paint. Each door has its own personality.
That's a lovely way to see architecture. Do you share your photos online?
Yes, I have an Instagram account where I post my photos. I also use them for work. When I present projects to clients, I show them examples of traditional architecture from my photos.
That's smart. Now, let's talk about daily life. How is living on an island different from living on the mainland?
Well, life here is slower and more relaxed than in big cities like Lisbon or Porto. People are friendlier and there's less stress. But it's also more isolated.
What do you mean by isolated?
Everything comes by boat or plane. So sometimes products are more expensive than on the mainland, especially electronics, cars, and imported goods. Shipping costs add up.
That makes sense. What about groceries?
Local products are affordable: fruits, vegetables, fish, but imported items cost more. For example, a laptop might be 10 to 15% more expensive here than in Lisbon.
I see. What about healthcare and education?
We have good hospitals and schools, but for specialized treatments, people sometimes need to travel to Lisbon. The same with university. There's a university here, but it's smaller than mainland universities. Many students leave to study abroad.
Do they come back after graduating?
Some do, some don't. It depends on job opportunities. In my case, I studied architecture in Lisbon, but decided to come back because I love living here. Quality of life is more important to me than a big salary.
That's a wise choice. Speaking of quality of life, what about weather? How's the climate?
The climate is amazing. It's subtropical, so it's warm all year round. We call it eternal spring because temperatures are always between 16 and 25 degrees Celsius.
That sounds perfect. Do you have distinct seasons?
Yes, but they're milder than on the mainland. Winter is cooler and rainier, but it's never cold like in Northern Europe. Summer is warm and sunny, but not too hot. We don't have extreme temperatures.
That's ideal. What about rain?
The north side of the island gets more rain than the south. That's why the north is greener and more lush. The south, where Funchal is drier and sunnier. If you want sunshine, visit the south. If you want green forests, go north.
So the island has different climates?
Exactly. The mountains also create microclimates. In the mountains, it's cooler and foggier. Sometimes you can swim at the beach in Funchal, and at the same time there's fog in the mountains. It's crazy.
That's wild. Now, you mentioned traditions earlier. What are some important celebrations in Madeira?
We have many. Carnival is huge here. People dress up in elaborate costumes. There are parades with music, samba dancers, and colorful floats. It's more vibrant and energetic than in other parts of Portugal.
I love carnival celebrations. When does it happen?
Usually in February or March before Easter. The whole city participates. There are street parties, competitions for the best costume, and live music everywhere. It lasts about a week.
That sounds like so much fun. What about religious festivals?
We have many religious festivals because Portugal is traditionally Catholic. The Feast of Our Lady of Monte is very important. It happens on August 15th. People climb the steps of the church, some on their knees, to show devotion.
On their knees? That's intense.
Yes. It's a tradition that goes back centuries. After the religious ceremony, there's a festival with food, music, and traditional dancing. It's both spiritual and celebratory.
Interesting. What about Flower Festival? I've heard Madeira has one.
Oh yes, the Flower Festival in May is spectacular. The streets are decorated with carpets made of flowers. People create beautiful designs and pictures using thousands of flower petals. It's like art on the ground.
Wow. How long does it take to make those?
Hours. Sometimes families work together overnight to create them. There's also a parade with children dressed in flowers, floats covered in flowers, and even the Wall of Hope, a wall where people place flowers with wishes.
That sounds beautiful. And of course, New Year's is special here, right?
Yes. New Year's Eve in Funchal is unforgettable. The fireworks display lasts about 8 to 10 minutes and is recognized by the Guinness World Records as one of the largest in the world.
No way. That's impressive.
It is. The whole bay becomes a stage. Fireworks launch from the harbor, from boats, and from the mountains around the city. You see explosions of color everywhere. It's absolutely magical.
I'd love to see that one day. Is it crowded?
Very. Hotels are fully booked months in advance. Cruise ships come just for the fireworks. The population of Funchal doubles during New Year's. But it's worth it. The atmosphere is amazing.
I bet. Do you celebrate every year?
Always. It's a tradition. We have dinner with family at home, then go to the harbor around 11:30 p.m. to get a good spot. At midnight, everyone cheers, the fireworks start, and strangers hug each other. It's a beautiful moment of unity.
That sounds wonderful. Now, let's talk about traditional music. What kind of music is typical in Madeira?
We have traditional folk music with special instruments like the braguinha, a small 4-string guitar, similar to a ukulele. We also have the brinquinho, which is a percussion instrument with small dolls that jingle.
Brinquinho? Can you describe it?
Sure. It's a wooden frame shaped like a little house or arch with small dolls attached. When you shake it, the dolls hit bells and make a jingling sound. It's very traditional. You see it at festivals and folk performances.
That sounds charming. What about the music style?
Traditional Madeiran music is melodic and rhythmic. People sing folk songs about the sea, love, farming, and island life. During festivals, there's also dancing. People dance in circles or lines, holding hands.
That's lovely. Do young people still enjoy traditional music?
Some do. There are folk groups that keep the tradition alive. But of course, young people also listen to pop, rock, electronic music. The same as anywhere else, I like both traditional and modern music.
Balance is good. Now, you mentioned gardening is one of your hobbies. What do you grow?
I have a small garden at home where I grow herbs, flowers, and some vegetables. I love growing basil, rosemary, and mint. I use them for cooking. I also have geraniums and hydrangeas, which grow beautifully here.
The climate must be perfect for gardening.
It is. Almost everything grows here. We have banana plantations, avocado trees, passion fruit, and even some tropical fruits. Madeira is called the floating garden of the Atlantic because of all the plants and flowers.
That's a beautiful nickname. Are there botanical gardens?
Yes. The Monte Palace Tropical Garden is world famous. It has plants from all over the world: Asia, Africa, South America. There are exotic trees, ponds with koi fish, and even peacocks walking around.
Peacocks? That's fancy.
Ha ha ha, yes. It's a very special place. The garden is built on terraces on the hillside, so you also get amazing views of Funchal below. I go there sometimes just to relax and take photos.
It sounds like paradise. Now, let's talk about challenges. What's the hardest part about living on an island?
Probably the distance from everything. If I want to visit friends in Lisbon or travel to another country, it takes longer and costs more. Flights are more expensive than train or bus tickets on the mainland.
That's a real challenge. Do you travel often?
A few times a year. I visit Lisbon to see friends and attend architecture conferences. Sometimes I travel to other European cities for inspiration. But every trip requires planning. I can't just decide to go somewhere tomorrow.
Right, you need to book flights in advance. What about shopping?
For everyday items, we have everything we need. But for specific things, like specialty tools for work, certain books, or unique furniture, sometimes I order online from the mainland and wait for shipping. It takes longer.
Patience is important. What about career opportunities?
That's another challenge. The job market is smaller here than in big cities. For architects, most projects are residential buildings, hotels, or restorations. If you want to work on big corporate or industrial projects, you'd need to move to Lisbon or Porto.
Have you ever thought about moving?
Sometimes, yes. When I was younger, I thought about staying in Lisbon for better career opportunities, but I realized I'm happier here. The lifestyle is more balanced. I'm close to my family, and I can enjoy nature every day. That's more valuable to me than a bigger salary.
That's a beautiful perspective. Do most young people stay, or do they leave?
Many young people leave to study or work on the mainland or abroad. Some come back after a few years, some don't. It depends on what they want from life. Those who value nature, family, and a relaxed lifestyle tend to come back.
That makes sense. Now, if someone wanted to visit Madeira for the first time, what would you recommend?
Oh, so many things. First, spend at least 2 days in Funchal. Walk through the old town, visit the Mercado dos Lavradores, the farmer's market, and try local fruits like annona and passion fruit.
What's annona?
It's custard apple. It's sweet and creamy like natural ice cream. You eat it with a spoon. It's delicious but very delicate. You can't transport it easily.
Interesting. What else should visitors do?
Take the cable car from the seafront up to Monte. The ride takes about 15 minutes and you get amazing views. At the top, visit the Monte Palace Tropical Garden and the Church of Our Lady of Monte.
And then the famous toboggan ride?
Yes. The wicker toboggans are a tradition from the 19th century. 2 men in white clothes and straw hats push and guide the sled downhill. It's fast and fun, like a natural roller coaster, haha.
That sounds thrilling. What about nature activities?
Definitely hike at least one levada. I recommend Levada do Caldeirão Verde or Levada dos Balcões for beginners. Also, If you have time, go to Pico do Arriero, which is the third highest peak. The views are breathtaking.
How high is it?
About 1,818 meters. Sometimes you're above the clouds. It's surreal. There's a hiking trail from Pico do Arriero to Pico Rivo, the highest peak. It takes about 3 hours and it's challenging but amazing.
Wow. What about the coast?
Visit Porto Moniz on the northwest coast. It has natural volcanic swimming pools formed by lava rocks. The ocean water fills them naturally. Swimming there feels wild and free. Better than any swimming pool.
That sounds incredible. Any food recommendations?
Definitely try espetada at a traditional restaurant, order bolo do caco with every meal, and taste poncha. It's a traditional drink made with sugarcane rum, honey, and lemon. It's sweet and strong.
I'm getting hungry just listening to you. What about souvenirs?
Buy Madeira wine. There are special wine lodges where you can taste different types and buy bottles. Also, embroidery. Madeiran embroidery is world-famous women. Here I've been making intricate designs by hand for centuries. It's beautiful and unique.
Those sound like perfect gifts. How long should people stay?
At least 5 to 7 days to really experience the island. 3 days is too short. You won't see everything. If you can stay longer, even better. There are hidden beaches, small villages, and mountain trails to explore.
Great advice. Inez, before we finish, what do you love most about living in Madeira?
I think it's the connection to nature. Every day I wake up and see the mountains and the ocean. Life feels more real, more peaceful. I also love the sense of community. People know each other, help each other. It's a simpler way of living, and I'm grateful for that.
That's such a beautiful answer. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Inez. I feel like I've traveled to Madeira without leaving my home.
Thank you for having me, Mike. It was wonderful talking to you and sharing my island with your listeners.
What an inspiring conversation. Inez showed us that island life is full of beauty, traditions, unique architecture, and wonderful food. From the historic buildings to the stunning levadas, from Madeira wine to spectacular fireworks, this island truly is a floating garden in the Atlantic. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, both about Madeira and about using comparatives in English. Remember, we compared island life with mainland life, traditional architecture with modern buildings, and different types of food and landscapes. Now, if you're a channel member, don't forget to download the free PDF with the full transcript and grammar exercises to practice at home. It's packed with practical activities to help you master comparative structures and expand your vocabulary. And if you're not a member yet, consider joining us. For a small monthly contribution, you get access to all transcripts, detailed grammar exercises, vocabulary lists, and bonus content. It's like having a personal English teacher available 24/7, and it costs less than a cup of coffee per week. This small investment makes a huge difference in your learning journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Share this with your friends, family, or classmates who are learning English. Let's build this global community together. Next video, we'll travel to another amazing country and meet another fascinating guest. Where do you think we should go next? Leave your suggestions in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, and see you in the next episode of the Global English Podcast. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep exploring the world through English with Global English Podcast. Bye.